YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I just want to do a quick update with the Jeep. I did a couple things to the interior. I just want to go over what I did. Just been knocking stuff off my list. I'm really trying to finish this build up. I don't have too much more. I mean, the most expensive thing I have left is going to be my wheels and tires, which I'm working on. Money's a little tight right now, so just bear with me. They're coming. But let's hop inside and see what I got. Some new seats. These are 04 Grand Cherokee Overland seats. They're the two-tone leather, and for the people that don't know, the difference between these seats, only the Overland came with these, and these bolsters are way bigger than the standard leather seats. For me, they work great. On the relatively smaller side, so I fit perfectly in here, and these bolsters actually hold me where I want to be. The other seat, I found myself leaning over to the right a lot, and I just didn't like it. And when I was taking turns, I was like sliding across the seat. So these are a very, very nice upgrade for you smaller people out there. They'll fit like a medium-sized person too, but if you're a really big person, I would probably go with the normal seats, because the normal seats do have bolsters too. They're just not as aggressive as these. But these seats are really, really nice. I actually found them on eBay, and I went and picked them up the other day. I got the whole set of 4 for $200, which to me is a great deal considering everything works and there's no rips. I mean, there's just a little bit of wear here, but nothing crazy. And they're really, really nice. I really like them. I've wanted them for a long time. It was just kind of hard to find them. As you can see, everything is in great shape considering it's from a 2004. And then what else we have here? I got some floor mats. Never had floor mats, and I'm tired of vacuuming my rug every freaking week. So the floor mats I could just take out. They're all leather. I could wash them, do whatever I want. They're in the front and the back. The backs aren't anything special. They don't even say Jeep on them. They're just regular black floor mats. But that's really all I did here. The last thing that I want to show you guys is going to be my radio, and this is going to be kind of a review in a way. It's been in here for about a week. You guys that don't know and didn't see the last video, this is an Eonon or Eonon or something. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's spelled Eonon, and it's a 10.1 touchscreen radio. It's exactly like a tablet. It's pretty much like taking a tablet and just putting it as your radio. I like it. You could change the boot logos and stuff to say Jeep, Ford, whatever car you have. You could also do a custom picture. It boots up pretty quick. It's not terrible. I mean, it could be faster, but for the money, it's great, and I have no complaints with it. I mean, if it costed a little bit more, I'd ask for it to be a little bit faster, but it's not really a big deal. And as you can see, it's booted up now. So the cool thing about this radio is you can download any apps from the Play Store, just like an Android phone or an Android tablet. So this has CarPlay. It has built-in Wi-Fi with the antenna that I ran up here. That's my mic, that's my remote start, and that's my GPS for the radio. So this has GPS, Wi-Fi. You could download any apps that you want, any apps that are available on an Android phone, you can get on this thing. You can change these colors and the buttons. They go on with your headlights, just as long as you hook up the dimmer switch. But this is definitely worth the money. It was only $300, and it came with everything. It came with a Torque OBD2 adapter. It came with the CarPlay adapter for your iPhone or Android phone, and it came with a backup camera. Everything's installed. Everything works great. Torque is actually really nice. I got a check engine light this morning, which is another thing I got to really look into. It's a throttle position sensor code P0123. The issue is I replaced the throttle position sensor when I did my engine, but unfortunately it's an AutoZone sensor, and I should know better than to get AutoZone sensors. So right here you can see all your fault codes. You just hit search. I don't have any codes right now. I cleared the code just to see if it comes back, because I'm really not trying to buy another throttle position sensor. The cool thing about this is, so all this stuff here, this is like you getting ready for inspection. So for you to pass inspection, all these need to be ready. You could have like one incomplete, but it can't be a main system. So like it could be like evap system can be incomplete and you'll pass inspection, but like O2 sensor, cat, and all that all needs to be you know, complete to pass inspection. So that's pretty cool that they included this in the radio. And then over here you can actually do like 1/8 mile time, 1/4 mile time, 0 to 60 time, and it's pretty accurate considering it runs off the GPS. So it does measure accurately for the most part. I mean, it's probably off maybe, you know, like 0.1, 0.2 of a second. I haven't personally tried it. I don't race this thing. This is a lifted Jeep. If I had a fast car, yes, I'd try it, but there's not really a point. And I don't know how it measures your horsepower. It's probably not that accurate, but anyway, so here's all my gauges. You could change these to anything you're gonna see with a scanner, you could see on this radio. So you could change these gauges around, make them whatever you want, oil pressure, you could do air to fuel ratio, and a whole bunch of stuff. I just have them set however they came. I don't really use it for this. I mean, if I had to diagnose a problem, like I have a throttle position sensor code that came and went this morning. So like this is throttle percent right here. With the car off, I could push the pedal down, you know, make sure it's not skipping around on numbers or anything. So this thing is definitely really useful to have. It's nice to just have it there too. Like I leave it plugged in and I just connect to it if I ever have an issue. So that's really nice. This is the RPM gauge, and you could also data log with this, you know, start logging. Then you could email the logs to like a tuner or whatever. I'm not sure if you can put the logs on here and then upload them to the computer. Like I said, it's not something I tried, but I would imagine you probably could do it with like a tuning software maybe that you might be able to find on the Play Store. Maybe one day if I ever have to tune this thing, maybe I'll try it and see what happens. But I mean, for now, I don't really have a use for it. And then this is just the home menu. You know, you got your Navi, radio, Bluetooth, all this stuff. So it definitely has a lot of stuff that you can do here. I downloaded some apps. I downloaded Netflix, YouTube, and I downloaded Hulu. But it's pretty nice. You can go on the web with it. You know, Google Chrome. It's your Google Maps. That one will use your sensor up top, the GPS antenna. But when you plug your phone in, it automatically goes to CarPlay, which is the phone link over here. You can also mirror your phone, so like anything you do on your phone, you'll see on here, which is really nice. You know, if you have a video on your phone or something that you want to watch on a bigger screen, it will work. So that's really nice. Besides the fact that, I mean, like complaint-wise, besides it being a little bit on the slow side, I don't like the volume buttons. I'm more of a knob type of person, so what I'm actually gonna do is, these Jeeps came with stock steering wheel controls back here. I don't have them, but apparently they're really easy to integrate into a Jeep Grand Cherokee without them. So I bought the harness, I bought the buttons and everything, and I'm gonna wind up hooking those up and getting them to work with this. Another cool thing about this is you can actually program your steering wheel controls just as long as they're analog. So if they use like a variable voltage or wattage signal, which this Jeep does because it goes through the canvas, so it will actually recognize what buttons you're pushing. You just have to program them, and that's in the settings. Also, if you are big into, you know, car stereos and stuff, it has plenty of Equalizer settings. I didn't mess with them too much yet, just because I don't have my subwoofers yet, and I just haven't messed with them yet. But you got smart bass, balance, delay, equalizer, loudness, filter. The equalizer has like 30 settings in it, like it's crazy. So it has all these, it has all these, it has all these. So definitely a lot of adjustability there. Make it sound however you want. This is how you close your apps. You just hit that up top and slide over just like a tablet. The backup camera works great. It's pretty clear. It's not terrible. It's not the best, but at night it is a little dark. I mean, I think even stock backup cameras are like that. Another thing that I want to mention is when you first start the car and it's loading up, if you go in reverse, the camera still works. So like the head unit will still load up, but the camera will show up on the screen. So that's a nice feature. If you're in a hurry and you just throw it in reverse, you will have your backup camera. As far as install goes, there is a lot of wires. They're all labeled though, so it's pretty easy to hook up. I hooked up a couple more things, like the backup camera is an option. You don't have to hook it up. The GPS antenna, I guess you wouldn't have to hook it up if you just wanted to use your phone. I wanted them hooked up because it came with them, and I'm not just gonna leave them sit around for no reason, but I would definitely highly recommend this. And if you could get your hands on a set of these seats for your Grand Cherokee, I would highly recommend them too. Like I said, they only came in the Overlands, so you got to find an Overland, somebody part one out or whatever, find one in a junkyard. See if you can get the seats. The seats are way nicer, in my opinion, than any other WJ seats. But I mean, besides that, I would highly recommend buying this radio. It's awesome for the price that you pay for it. It was $300 shipped to my door. It's on eBay or whatever. There's other brands too. I think Pumpkin makes one, and you know, you can find them. They're really cool. They give your interior a nice modern look, which is really nice. If you want to put it in a Jeep, you're going to need a bezel and the radio. I would recommend a wiring harness so you don't have to cut your stock harness apart. I'm big into not cutting stock wires. Just causes a lot of issues down the road. But yep, so that concludes this, and I'll see you back. So guys, let me know what you think. It's nice to have my interior the way that I want it. It's really comfortable now. I feel like I'm in a much newer car than what I'm actually in. Yeah, see if you can find the seats, see if you can find the radio, and that's it. That concludes this video. So until next time, peace.